Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in today's second video. So we've had a look at the month ahead with the JAM-A and CFS V2 models. If you want to see JAM-A free, you just have to scroll down the homepage a bit and the video is there underneath the link. As this is just having a quick look at the risk of some hotter weather and thunderstorms early and middle of next week. It's a little way off and there's a bit of uncertainty about it still, but the models are sort of in agreement with each other that we could be in for one of our more interesting spells of this summer. So we might see temperatures lifting up, particularly so for England and Wales early next week, and that might trigger thunder for the middle part of next week. I think any increase in temperatures and thunderstorms is going to be fairly short-lived. By the end of next week, we should be back into a westerly flow. So I'll show you what's going on with that in a second. Before I get on with that, just to say about our charity. We are raising money for the Warwickshire and Northamptonshire Air Ambulance, and we currently stand at £637. Big thank you to everybody that has donated so far. If you haven't donated yet, you've got plenty of time to do so because we're running this right way through July, so we'll be running this up to the end of the month, about halfway through the appeal at the moment. And we're trying to get £750. That's our next target. I've had to raise the target a couple of times. Started off at 200. We blitzed that within a day. Raised it to 500. We went past that. So I've raised it again to £750. We currently stand at 637. So if you would like to donate to this, there's a couple of ways you can do so. You can either donate via our Just Giving page, and I'm going to leave a link to that in the description box at YouTube. You can also, of course, click on the links at Gals and Weather Vids. There's links across the pages to take to our Just Giving page. I'm on the Just Giving page now. When you get there, you just click that yellow button that says donate, and then you can donate securely with Just Giving. Alternatively, you can do this with text messaging. So you just put in our code, which is GWVS77, and the amount you'd like to donate. It could be anything from £1 upwards, and text that to 717. It will be taken off your balance if you pay as you go, or alternatively, if you pay via a bill, it'll go onto your next bill cycle. Don't forget to get permission from the bill payer before you do it, of course. So that's the two ways that you can donate to this. The air ambulance is entirely reliant on charity donations. They don't receive any money from National Health Service or the government. So, yeah, if you want to donate to this fantastic cause, it means it's a great deal to myself and family. Just do that easily and securely with two ways described. And we'll see how much further we can go towards that £750 target. Thanks very much to everybody for doing that. So, as I said, we're going to have a quick look at the weather next week. So, this is GFS, first of all, for Monday. We've got a ridge of high pressure building in just many northern and western parts of Europe at that time. Now, this isn't particularly hot at this stage, but as this high pressure drifts eastwards through into Tuesday, we start to pull up a southerly, southeasterly flow out of France. There's hot air pumping northwards from Spain, proper Spanish plume, into France, and as that ridge slips in Central Europe, that hot air starts to move up towards us. Notice low pressure is already beginning to develop out to the west and the southwest of us, going down towards the Bay of Biscay, and then as we go into midnight on Wednesday, we get a proper thundery low starting to be triggered there across northern parts of France. That drifts northwards through Wednesday. This is Wednesday, 20th of July. That thundery low is moving northwards across England and Wales, no doubt taking the risk of some quite big thunderstorms. By the time it goes through to Thursday next week, we're in a much cooler and fresher west to northwesterly air mass. This is the upper air temperature. So this is Monday. It looks very warm on Monday, but the hottest of the air is still down across France and Spain at that point, but still very warm. Temperatures could be up into the mid-20s Celsius, I would have thought, on Monday. However, it's on Tuesday that the heat really starts to pump northwards. The 15 Celsius ice firm heading on to the south coast. When that turns up in the middle of summer, you can normally expect temperatures to be getting up towards the upper 20s Celsius, or something like 27, 28, 29 degrees, possibly 30 Celsius, 86 Fahrenheit is possible when you see the 15 Celsius ice firm appearing. Of course, it does depend on how much sunshine you get. If it's cloudy, then it will limit the temperature potential. But when you see the 15 Celsius ice firm, it's kind of like the signal that it's going to get pretty hot. That increases through the course of Tuesday. About 50 Celsius ice firm moves northwards across much of England and Wales, so it does look a very warm, not hot day on Tuesday. That's still around into Wednesday, early on Wednesday, but then as that thundery low develops, cooler, fresher air starts to move back in from the north and west during Wednesday afternoon, as the hottest of the air is shifted off in towards the Low Countries and Germany. By the time you get through to Thursday, it's all over, and we're back into a much cooler air mass by that time. There's a risk of convection with these high upper air temperatures, so this is the Cape and Lifted from a GFS for Tuesday, where we've got a little bit of convective potential down across the southwest of England, not a great deal elsewhere, but through the course of Tuesday and into the early hours of Wednesday, things really develop potentially. So we've got wide convective potential there. Those yellow, orange colours are across England and Wales at midnight on Wednesday, indicating that there could be lightning and thunder going on. And then Wednesday itself looks potentially a very thundery day with some really vibrant Cape and Lifted showing up. You don't want these to go too far though. You don't want to get into sort of red and purple colours, because when that happens, or red and pink colours, when that happens, it can actually dampen down the lightning and thunder potential. So the yellow, orange colours are normally the best for seeing lightning and thunder. Precipitation from a GFS looks like this, a lot of dry weather to start Tuesday, but by the time we go through to the end of Tuesday into Wednesday, we've got a lot of rain being seen here in the north and the west particularly. Don't take that area too literally though, it is very early days for pinning down the exact detail on where these storms are likely to be. But just the general idea that there is a risk through the course of Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday evening of showers or thunderstorms developing, and then things possibly get going even more on Wednesday with some very vibrant colours. Now, I know you see East Anglia and South East England actually missing out on this thundery weather on Wednesday. But as I say, don't take that literally. That is far too far away to pin down the exact detail on where these showers and storms are likely to be. Just showing you that there is potential on Wednesday. Temperatures look like this. So Monday we're up to mid-20 Celsius. This is going up to 26, 27 degrees. That's around 80 Fahrenheit. Tuesday is hotter still. 27, 28, possibly 29 here. That's sort of 84, 85 Fahrenheit, something like that. And then Wednesday, still very warm, if not hot in the southeast, but it is turning cooler and fresher to the north and west. And by the time you go through to Thursday, it's all over, and we're back into much cooler, fresher air. But sometime around Tuesday, Wednesday, somewhere could certainly get up to 30 degrees on these charts, which is 86 in Fahrenheit. ECWF is very similar with this. So we've got the ridge building through the country on Monday. It starts to slip eastwards through into Tuesday, bringing up a very warm, if not hot, flow from the south and southeast. Wednesday, it's midnight Wednesday, we're firmly into that southerly, southeasterly flow by that point. And then by the time you get through to midnight on Thursday, you've got a thundery low slapping over top of the country. So sometime between Wednesday and Thursday, on Wednesday we've got this T over the Bay of Biscay just here, which is probably the start of the thundery low, and also some little heat lows down across Spain itself. So sometime from then, midnight Wednesday through to midnight Thursday, quite clearly we generate a very thundery area of low pressure and move it northwards from France into the UK. That is a proper Spanish plume thundery breakdown type situation. And GEM, the Canadian, again, it is very similar, the ridge through the country on Monday, giving us a very warm, mostly dry day. It slips eastwards on Tuesday, pulls up the hot air from out of France, and then Wednesday, this is midday Tuesday, got low pressure beginning to develop, thundery low starting to develop to south-southwest. By the time you go through to Wednesday, it's midnight Wednesday, a thundery low is right over top of the country, and then By the time you get through to Thursday, that's clearing away to the east coast of Scotland. Much cooler air is coming down from the northwest. This looks classic. This looks like a classic case of, 3 fine days and a thunderstorm, basically. And that is the essential British summer weather. You get a couple of hot days, then a thundery low moves up out of Bay of Biscay, and it all breaks down to thunderstorms on day 3. And this looks pretty standard for that. It's just rather different because not had this through the summer so far, but it does look very interesting through next week. Monday will be very warm, mostly dry. Tuesday, probably hot, and a lot of dry weather in the east, I would have thought, risk of thunderstorms in the west. And then Wednesday, really warm, muggy, humid, sultry day with thunderstorms widely, potentially across the country. By the time you go through to Thursday, it's all gone, and we're back into a much cooler flow off the Atlantic. The weekend forecast, we'll look at this tomorrow, and of course, if we can keep this going, it may be that the models will go away from this a bit over the next couple of days. Have to wait and see. If we keep this going to around Sunday, Monday, then we'll begin to update Stormwatch. Right, that's all for now. Thanks for watching.